Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Welcome to another edition of Airy Sky video blog. It's been about a month. So many people are like, hey, what's going on, what's going on? Well, first of all, I have to tell you, me and Aaron's been meaning to do a video about transgenderism again, but we haven't had a chance on uh, uh, our own, I'm sorry I got distracted just a minute ago. You see there's a game in the background and Aaron's playing it and it doesn't look like his face. So I was wondering what the heck's going on.
Fun seeing how we had to make this character.
See, he's playing a baseball game. But anyways, I just want to say, first of all, the last month's been very hectic. And I'll brief you, that's why you're getting a briefing. First of all, I want to say to the love of my life, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to accuse you of, of things. Anyways, you guys can't see it, but there's a giant hole right here. And it's not good. I gotta see the dentist next month. But anyways, here's an update for you. First of the month, we went out. Neighbor was sick, so we went with another friend, a neighbor's friend. The neighbor, of course, is becoming very cold and shallow towards us. It's like if we don't give her this, that, or the other, things go to hell. But anyways, being ministers, we try to help. So we went and we did the doctor's appointment. Met my new doctor. First thing out of her mouth was, I need to see you, and in-house. Everything's got to be in-house. So I fired her. I couldn't see my therapist. I couldn't see my psychologist. Then we asked a couple questions like, well, is the psychiatrist there working with transgender issues? Oh, no. We just gonna take your money and stuff and talk about this and that. Sorry, I need transgender issues, referrals, etc. Not. So, anyways, got that done. And then, what happened after that? Then, we finally canceled it. But then, we waited and we went to Olive Garden. That was like a lot of money out of my pocket. I should have done more, but, one of the neighbors' son drove us. So, because, we had to go to town. Paid him gas money. And he was happy to do it. Went to my therapist appointment. Great guy, by the way. Great guy. I was trying to explain something that sometimes I'm cold-hearted or shallow or don't understand or I say the wrong things. I mean, I already got reprimanded this morning, by Aaron because I was telling him about the love of my life and what I said. And, I mean, truthfully, she's right and I'm right, but we're both right, I mean, as she said once before, she can be concerned with my welfare and well-being just like I'm concerned with hers. I always tell Erin every night, oh, I love her very much. I hope she's okay. And so, even though it's a LTR, a long-term relationship, and me and her are together, the bottom line is I need to get my hair done too again. Anyway, that's something else. But anyways, the bottom line is that when it comes to... Look at this. See, I need to get my hair done. Tightens up, and then look what happens. Heck, the other day, Aaron and I were talking. He asked me a question. Next thing you know, I was pulling out a giant hunk like this. Just because it nodded, so I need to get into the hair salon. But anyways... He reprimanded me this morning, but the thing is she's right. I mean, she's all the way across the world working, trying to support the family, and I respect her wishes. I love her very much, and she's right. There's nothing she can do. I mean, heck, yes, sometimes I think she's cold-hearted, but she does mean well. I mean, and I love her, and, I'm not accusing her of being cold-hearted. It just feels like it, but it isn't. I mean, you break your toe. She says, okay. You tell her a tooth breaks. okay. But in her heart, she's sitting there just like me, praying to God, basically stating, please take care of my darling. And I do the same. I pray every night for her, so, and I love her very much. So, on that aspect. And I don't want anyone else. So, you know how it is. The next problem is what else is there on the problematic scale? Oh, so anyways, as soon as I got done with the doctor's appointment on the day I did my errands, I decided to go to a place to do laser hair removal. Now, don't mind me, I have the window open because it's too warm today. So anyways, I went and talked to someone about laser hair removal, so, I also got makeup kits coming, thanks to Aaron. He's like, yes, you need to have makeup, and I got a ton of books on makeup. I gotta do some book reviews on them, too. So we got that done. We went to the hearing place. That was another thing on, I gotta call them up again because gotta find out what they think because, they diagnosed me needing a hearing aid. If you guys didn't know, it's like, oh yes, you need a hearing aid, but the cost is too much, So I got some mini projects to do. By the way, I'm trying to watch some YouTube videos while playing my DS, which, for some of you out there, Aaron decided to get me this Animal Crossing. Now, this game is really cool. Now, while he was at it, he wanted to start his Fingerhut account, so look what he picked me up. That's right, the DS XL. This thing is nice. I just gotta say, it's really good. He's looking into getting us Brave Defaultly, so, and that noise was just the love of my life, so, I'm trying, So anyways, I asked her right now to forgive me, because I feel guilty, and by the way, I lost like 3 friends on Facebook making a statement about, that we should be open-minded and understand that there's other people out there and other people's feelings. So, But anyways, back to my report. So anyways, got through all that, went to Olive Garden, went to Bi-Mart. I've been buying my coffee at Bi-Mart. They're like $4.99 a can, and I've been getting Hills Brother High Yield. Oh, and today, talking about things, the love of my life loves Heinz baked beans. Well, anyways, I didn't get Heinz baked beans. I should see if Aaron could. No, it doesn't matter. Anyways, there's this can that's like this big and about yay round. I went to the food bank this morning and they gave me almost an 8-pound can of baked beans. I was like, oh yeah, but they didn't have any meat this time, so I got Spam. But what the heck, it's food. So, I ain't complaining. But anyways, so after we got done with our things, we got our supplies we needed. We went by Safeway. We've been buying a lot of stuff at Safeway, so we went by the thing, got everything done. And then, before then we went to, another doctor's appointment in the next town over. It's actually a little farther town by the mountains, and went to the doctor. First thing I said was, oh, I saw the certificate, and it was the hormone doctor, does hormones and diabetes. So I said, hey, do you know such and such? I'm not going to give his name. And she says, yeah, why? I said, you went through the professor. And she says, yeah. When she found out, she was in shock that he was her professor and my hormone doctor. So, hormone doctor, which is interesting. I mean, once her nurse called the other day and said they want to kill my testosterone level completely, flatline it. But I gotta wait 2 more months for blood work because they're worried. So they're like, giving me all these different things. They're also planning another regiment for hormones, and but yeah. Anyways, right now, they're wanting to kill the testosterone. So they also want me to start getting prepared for hair removal. But I also got to prepare for my trip to out of state for business, as well as prepare, which got everything lined up. I just got to check on a few things. What do you call it? Traveling to another country, the Philippines. See, look at this. This is a crap that comes off. Anyways, what else can I say? So yeah, then the medicines that I have to have, right? Checked every pharmacy from here to Timbuktu. Turns out, Timbuktu meaning rural areas, turns out Safeway's the only one that can get the meds in. Everyone else said, oh, manufacturer problem. Well, finally got it that night. Got an injection right here. That's where the injection site is. This one's going to be next Monday. But they're going to probably put me on another injection too because they want me more super feminized. So the doctor's like, next month's therapy appointment's going to be an interesting one. However, here's the kicker about next month. Besides the therapy appointment, we're going into town on the 3rd. Aaron and I wanted to have a cigar. And while we were there, I think he's choosing Cuba Cubas. I'm not sure. But anyways, while we're there, he wants to do Taco Bell. Apparently, he wants to try their Dorito-flavored taco shells. Sounds really nice. I'm for game, as long as they're really filling. And then, also, we gotta prepare for Domino's Pizza again. I'm a member. Aaron's got to set up his own account because we are going to make order pizza. And then I got another thing going on. So I've been trying to talk to Aaron about getting both of us getting bus passes. I've been doing a little bit of fishing off and on. But anyways, what can I say? About the what do you call it? Thing. 14th, I go in for a stress test. They wanted to give me a nuclear stress test, putting a lot of radiation into my body, which is the equivalent to 340 chest x-rays. Doctor said, So they're checking to make sure I'm healthy, so nothing happens to my heart again, Anyways, I wanted to say that, and then the 20th, I got to go to town because Aaron's got his new doctor's appointment. He keeps complaining, but he has a reason to. He's got chest pain. Problem is, the doctor didn't want to get back to him. The doctor called me up the day I was having my therapist appointment, right there at the therapist appointment, and said, yes, he has had over 300 monitors, over 300 events. Then they turn around and send him a letter when they requested the hospital, or the clinic, I should say, and it's 21. They said, we have enough data. So he sends it back, and then they didn't get back to him, so he's got to wait for his primary to talk to him, new primary doctor, which he's got on the 20th, which means pizza again and fishing. And then we have to do pizza again, I believe, on the 27th, because that's when I see my new doctor. The old one I fired because she basically wanted everything in-house. I couldn't see my therapist, and what I wanted, what they were trying to say is no transgendered services. Anyways, I wanted to share this with you all. I got into it. I'm on page 35. It's my new book to replace the Book of Mormon. It's by Shambhala. I'm hoping that Aaron, since he's always giving me spiritual books, that somehow today some guy on my Facebook wall I'm looking at Aaron for a second. Basically said something about I need to read the Bhagavad Gita or something. Bhagavad Gita, and yeah, so that's pretty cheap. And I wanted to read after Aaron, or Aaron can compare it. You don't have the Bhagavad Gita. I thought it was the Upanishads or the Mahabharata.
I don't have the Upanishads. I wish I did.
Is the Upanishads is the large one with all the volumes, right? Like the Talmud, like 73 volumes. I guess he's ignoring me now.
I'm not ignoring you. Yes, it's very big.
Anyways, I wanted to share also with you. The other thing is I'm borrowing a book from the library. I know. By the way, I'm almost finished this one from the library. Great Lakes Steelheads, fishing in the Great Lakes area. I'm going to be in the Great Lakes in summertime, so I figured maybe I can do some summer steelheading. Steelhead fly fishing, again, I'm reading that one. And then I had borrowed some books for Aaron to read, or go through, which he should be doing it since he's getting paid for it. Anyways, and today, by the way, after lunch, me and Aaron's decided we're going to be calling up some hair removal places. Eventually, before I can jump through all these hoops for bottom surgery, the love of my life, she's always telling me to wait. There's a lot of complications anyways to get it done. I mean, first you gotta find a doctor to do it. There's 3. Then you gotta hope like hell the doctors basically do what they can. It doesn't work. What am I speaking? Well, let's just say it. One doctor says I'm too disabled for the surgery. The other doctor, Aaron, was supposed to call today, but he's got it bookmarked for Tuesday. And then you got the third doctor. Don't mind the dog. The third doctor. I believe there's a third one. Anyways, all I know is there's 2 or 3. But anyways, they're all basically saying different things. So technically, you got to see what's going on, And then there's the facial feminization and the other things. So it's all in all, up in the air for everything. So worst case scenario is no surgeries. Best case scenario, surgeries. But there's a lot of loopholes you got to go through. I mean, it's going to be costing a lot of money just to have bottom surgery. And right now I can't focus on bottom surgery. I have to focus on, like the doctor said, super feminizing, as well as getting my health under control. And then I need to take a trip to the Philippines. So, the other thing I was going to say about the Bible libraries, before I buy it, since Aaron's always getting me spiritual books, is the Bhagavad Gita is very dirt cheap. But I'd have to look up the Upanishads. The Mahabharata is one book, but the Upanishads... Well, anyways, Aaron knows all these Hindu books. But anyways, I got on loan by the library. I'm hoping Aaron reads it first. Is the Nag Hammadi scriptures, the Dead Sea Scrolls. There's a book coming from the library. I also got other books for him at the library, but I got stuff on the Gospels, etc. Because I was telling the love of my life, Annie's cousin Famila, that. This is like a Bible, but it's basically for Gnosticism. What it is basically a book about the secret books, like the Revelation of Adam and the Gospel of Judas Iscariot, the one that sold Jesus up river for 30 pieces of silver, etc. And so I want to compare this gospel, Gnostic gospel, with the Nag Hammadi library scriptures that's in a compilation, because it's the same author, and have Aaron go through it and say, oh yes, these stories are in these ones and these ones, because he's really good with that. Then I know if I need a secondary book. And this book Aaron said was like $25 for Christmas, but you know what? The only thing I could see Aaron complaining about was me not reading it right away. I had to finish the Book of Mormon, so So this month has been going fine, minus the fact of the things. And we went into town twice. We found cigar places, a new park to smoke at. I'm not smoking many cigars. I smoked one recently, and it was like, I don't know. But anyways, the other thing I wanted to make a joke with you all about, since you're like, where's our update, man? Where's our update, girl? Well, it is today. Anyways, I've been working on a project here, my list of YouTube reviews to go through. And let's just say sometimes I go through them and I laugh, and sometimes I do not. Because I'm looking for certain things, and it's too funny, because you're sitting there and you're trying to check mark this and check mark that and, use this and use that. And then when you get done, you laugh at it because of, different reasons. And, like some of these I've already done. I just have to get off my butt, But yeah, and then, you check them off, and it's pretty funny, but yeah, I'm working on that, and people say, oh, well, why are you doing that? Well, it's simple. The price of the internet is so damn expensive. I mean, my prepaid phone, I went prepaid, hold on 1 second. This, $50 a month. I could pay $45 if I do give my card info, but I don't want to pay $45. I get 3 gigs of data. Oh, which reminds me, it's still on 3G. I'm at home, so there we go. Star Trek, see, So, anyways, I pay $50 a month for this. Have to have it. I keep it for one reason. I need email on the go, and I need you keep in contact with Anna, because I love Annie very much, and wherever I'm at, I want to be connected. I mean, heck, I'm going to the dentist next month to have this tooth removed. While I'm waiting to get the dentist to remove it, I want to talk to the love of my life, So, also, me and Aaron's working on a book project. You guys are going to hear this. Annie's cousin, Famila, would like to learn more about the scriptures. Well, hold on a sec. Give me a second. Now, I have a secondary copy for myself. I was going to take it with me to the Philippines and give it to Annie. Annie knows about this. This is my Bible. As you can see if you're looking at it, this thing's been well used. I'm on the Acts of the Apostles. Acts 19, I read two chapters of the Acts. And then, But anyways, I got a new one of these. I can show you the new one, but I didn't want to pull it out. Anyways, this book here is one of the few books out there. I have a few friends. See, look at this one. Look at that. Brand new, never used. I was going to take it to the Philippines to be with let Annie have it, or keep it as a backup. See, what happened was my binding started to tear, so I wrote the company and said, hey, my Bible's less than 3 months old. What can you do about it? And they sent me a new one. I said, you want the old one? Nope. The old one's still the one I'm using. This one, as you can see. Right there, the binding, but I can't part with it because it is the Word of God, and I've used it for so long I just can't. And I travel with this, by the way, at times, and it's the good book to read when you're waiting for whatever, and it's red letter edition, as you can see. It's got red letters right there. Jesus talks in red. But yes, anywho. So, yeah, and I have pages that are well used, like this one, 10 Commandments. The other 10 Commandments, there's 2 places where the 10 Commandments are, but you get the point. So, next month like I said, I got to, next month I got to go to my therapist appointment, go to Taco Bell, go to Pizza Domino's 3 times minimum. It's like 4 times next month. And I'm hoping to have pizza on the 14th because the 7th is already scheduled for my tooth extraction. I mean, right now there's like the tooth's like this, right? half the tooth's missing. Huge chunk missing. There's a giant hole, which means there's no root and bone. And it's just sitting there, a little pink, red, like the gums, and then in the hole. And then the other half is like this, with a filling. And so the filling's coming off, but we don't know what's under the filling. From what I gathered, there's nothing under there, but, you know. And the other day I was eating pasta, and a huge chunk like this came off, and Aaron's like, you okay? And when I told him, he laughed. He said, pasta broke your tooth. And so, since then, it's getting worse. I mean, I woke up this morning with dental pain. So, anyways, so that's the 7th. The 14th, I have a stress test. The 20th is Aaron's appointment. The 24th, or 27th, I think, is my appointment. But yeah, anyways, I got the travel box, too. But yeah, anyways, this Bible has been with me for 5+ years. And I remember when I got it, I was so excited. Mom, of course, wasn't too thrilled with it. It's like, ow, it's a Bible. But you know what? Mom never read one that often anyway, so technically, you know. But I've devoted myself to the book. And, you know, I've also wanted to say that somewhere in my desk over there is a glue stick. I think it's this. Yeah, here it is. I had to glue the ends. Aaron did it once. I've done it second. The binding here is kind of weak. But you know what? My main thing is if a Bible's used, good for it. You know, I was thinking of giving these Bibles out as Christmas presents to a few people, which reminds me, for some of you out there wondering about fly fishing, I've been working with some people, 5 people, of course, for setting up layaways for the future for more higher-priced fly rods. But my main thing right now is getting things set up to take a trip to the Philippines. So, but yeah. But anyways, today's plan is I gotta play a game on my DS and eventually watch these, have lunch, have dinner. I don't know what dinner is today. I think Aaron said we're having cream cheese beef or something.
Sausage, biscuits, and gravy.
Oh yeah, sausage, biscuits, and gravy, which is very good. So, so yes. Oh, and so I don't have any more updates for you right now because there's nothing to update you on. But you got it. I finished the Book of Mormon. Yeah. And this little baggie, which I'll show you, is a portable version of the Quran. See, it's a little compact version. A friend of mine brought me some candy at Christmas time. This velvet bag, and I just said, "Oh wow, that's cool." So, or cotton, or whatever it is. So, anyways, so all is well. I'm going to upload this. I'm paying for the internet, so I might as well utilize it for these YouTube vids because when I'm done, you know, that's the only thing I use anymore on the internet is Facebook and YouTube and Messenger. And the Messenger is, you know, something that I use, you know, so, but yes, I just wanted to share that, you know, because, you know, I don't go to many websites, so 99% of the time my computer, you know, when I run a virus scan, there's nothing. The only time I, what do you call it? The only time I have trouble is, you know, when I need to use Spybot and Adaware because of the spyware, but otherwise, I don't have any. My computer's pretty clean, you know. So, but yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to say, you know, you guys wanted an update. You guys got an update. I've been meaning to do this. Aaron's been playing RPGs, baseball games. We got to get back into Diablo 3. I'm hoping one day I can boot him off the TV long enough so I can go through at least the Cathedral on the PC version of Diablo so I don't lose my character. But he also reminds me, oh, well, after the Bible time you should do it. So he's right and I'm wrong. So, you know, he makes a good point too. So, you know, I have to look at his debates and realize, you know, the logical answers. So, anyways, this video has been long enough. To Annie, I love you. I don't know if you watched it. For the rest of you out there, I hope all is well with you. By the way, while talking about things, I didn't know what to do with this. I was going to give this to Annie, but Annie said no. But look at this. This is something that Annie turned around and told me, "Ow, it's the mark of death, basically." But look at that. Isn't that nice? Yeah, so diamond ring has been ordered. So, yeah, on that, it should be here soon. By the way, before you guys go, I'll show you this. This is the thingy here. The ring I got her is that one. And then, this one. So I can do that. I didn't know if she wanted this because it's a bracelet, but this is the other ring. So, anyways, you guys get it. So when it comes in the mail, I was hoping it came earlier, but it hasn't yet. So I just gotta wait. So yeah, I love Annie very much. Me and Aaron's got some mini projects to do. I'm hoping to hammer this out later today. We got a few phone calls to make, several business emails to do, and that is why we have an office. So, with that said, yeah, with that said, there's your update. Doctors are working with me. I'm trying to get better, and I'm trying to travel to the Philippines when Annie returns home. So I'm working on that. I also want to check out some businesses in Moses Lake soon because I have a question about, you know, like, let's see. Google is something I wanted to share with you all. Let's see, is this set to mine? So apparently there's a lot. What the doctor's hoping to do for me, by the way, is you see these what do you call it? Timelines like this here, male to female timeline, blah blah blah, and the doctor's trying to make me super feminine by doing it. So, you know, but yes, anyways, I was looking, anyways, I'll look up something in the phone book for me, maybe Dex will know, but anyways, that's why, you know, the doctor wanted it. She wants me to start feminizing myself more. The other thing is I was pissed off because every doctor I've talked to told me there was no medical doctors around that can handle hormones or hair removal, so I stuck out here saying, woe is me. One day I made a cold call to a hormone doctor just out of luck. Turns out this is my new one, where she just told me start working and getting hair removal when I get done with my business trip to out of state, and then go from there, you know. But it'll be a while, you know. I'm thinking the Philippines are more important, but I gotta put something on priority, you know. So I'm just taking my time, I guess, and waiting. So yeah, I was looking to see if there was any travel agencies in Moses Lake or the Wenatchee area, because I was thinking of contacting them when I go there, you know. So that's what I was looking for, but so I don't know. Half of these places don't even have it, you know. I mean, look at this. How do you declassify travel agency as Hertz Rent-A-Car, you know? So me and Aaron will look up travel agencies because I want to check and see if there's any in Wenatchee or Moses. So yeah, I don't want to ramble on because there's nothing much, but I wanted to share with you the what do you call it? What the doctor wanted to do. So, but yes, the woman I love accepts transgender people, and I love her very much, and I'm blessed to have her. So, I wanted to say that to you, to it, you know. So it seems there's two in Wenatchee, so I will have to contact them to see what type of business they do for travel agency. So, with that said, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. As a few of my friends would say, if you have cigars, smoke them if you got them. So, please look for a future video update, probably next month. I will do it on a time frame, you know, giving you updates of, when I go to town, to the Taco Bell, I'll do a mini review of the tacos. Heck, I'll even do a review on Domino's, the doctor's appointments, whatever, you know, on the days, you know, giving you briefings so you know what's going on. I know, it's the best thing for me. So, anyways, I hope all is well with you. I'm sorry, you know, and, so yeah, anywho, things happen and things happen and then things happen. So, with that said, please add subscribe if you like. Please post comments, feedback, suggestions. Thank you. May God bless the world.